Hi, boys and girls. Today is Friday, November 6th, and we are doing reading. You are going to need a few things today. You are going to need your big reading book like this. You are going to need this page, which is page 69 out of this book, but I mean most of you have it torn out, so page 69, and this page, the comprehension page. Okay, you're going to need those things. I forgot to say what day it is. It's Friday, November 6th, or maybe I did say it. I can't remember. Okay, before we get started, I want to go over the words again for the week, hoping that you have been remembering these words, practicing these words, or maybe you already know the words. Okay, the first one, then, T-H-E-N, then. The next one, another TH word, T-H-R-E-E, three. Remember, two E's at the end make an E sound. The next one, L-I-V-E, live. The next one, C-O-U-L-D, could. I think this is the last one. O-N-E, one, the number word one. Okay, the words that we have been working on this week. We're saying from the top. Could, live, three, then one. Okay, and I'm going to go over these vocabulary words. Vocabulary means we're learning the meaning. So, materials, what does that mean? Wood, glue, nails, and paint are materials you need to make a birdhouse. Materials. We've been talking all week about shelters, about buildings, about houses, and what they're made of. What materials would you need to make those houses? Furious. Furious. Like we can tell in his face. Billy was furious he couldn't go out and play. He had too much work to do. Shelter. When it started to rain, we ran to the shelter to stay warm and dry. Shelter. Refused. My dog refused to go outside in the rain. He hates to get wet. And collapsed. The tent collapsed and fell on us. Those were our vocabulary words for the week. Okay. We're going to start out, we have a few things we're going to do today. We're going to start out with turn to the story that we already read on Wednesday, The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud. The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud. So turn to page, I think it's page 26 and 27. Yep. The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud in this book. Okay, we're going to read through this. All right, so the title, The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud. Turn the page. 3, so make sure you're following along. 3 pigs lived in a mud hut. It is a mess, said Pig 1. But pigs like a mess, said Pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled Pig 3. Get this, yelled Pig 1. She tossed mud to Pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled Pig 3. The bell rang. Little pigs, 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 let me in. Turn the page. It is a big bad wolf, said Pig 1. We cannot let you in, yelled the pigs. You will eat us up. Then I will huff and puff, the wolf yelled back. He huffed, huffed, huffed. He puffed, puffed, puffed. Remember last week we talked about those ending on action words, and it sounds like T, huffed, 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 puffed, puffed, puffed. We don't say huffed or puffed. It sounds like a T sometimes when you add that ed ending. Okay, page 34. Yuck, said the wolf. I cannot huff in the mud, or in mud. I cannot puff in mud. He rang the bell again. Pigs, 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 let me in, he yelled. We will not let you in, the pigs yelled back. Turn the page. Then I will kick, 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 said the wolf. He kicked, kicked, kicked. The hut fell in. Yuck, said the wolf. I cannot look at this mud. You pigs are a big mess. Yes, yelled the pigs. Pigs like a big mess. But I do not, yelled the wolf. I must get this mud off. Goodbye, pigs. Let's make a hut, said Pig 1. We could use bricks, said Pig 2. We could use sticks, said Pig 3. We will use mud, said Pig 1. Mud is good, said Pig 2. Mud is fun, yelled Pig 3. Yuck, said the wolf. Okay, so you can use your book. We have this page out now. So get this page out. And I am going to read the questions and the answer choices on number 1. Remember, you can use your book. Number 1. What happened at the beginning of the story? The pigs played Monopoly. The wolf ran away. The pigs threw mud. Choose which one. I'll read it again. What happened at the beginning of the story? The pigs played Monopoly. The wolf ran away. The pigs threw mud. Okay, number 2. Who is the story mostly about? A wolf and 3 pigs? Goldilocks and 3 bears? Minnie Mouse. That should be easy. Number 3. How does the wolf feel about mud? He loves it. It's his favorite thing. He does not like mud. How does the wolf feel about mud? He loves it. It's his favorite thing. He does not like mud. Number 4. Where does the story take place? In a hut, at a birthday party, in a school. Where does the story take place? In a hut, at a birthday party, in a school. And the last question. Why does the fox leave the pigs alone? The fox doesn't like mud. The fox isn't hungry anymore. The fox went to the movies. Why does the fox leave the pigs alone? The fox doesn't like mud. The fox isn't hungry anymore. The fox went to the movies. Okay. You're going to need your book again. Homes around the world. So it's on page 44 and 45. And your teacher may have read this with you yesterday, but we're going to read it again. So we've been talking about homes and shelters and what they're made of, and we're going to see a lot of different types of homes. So I want you to think about like the good thing that would be about living in a home like that, or maybe not as good. Maybe it's too hot. It would be too hot inside, or too cold, or what do you think? Okay? So homes around the world. We're going to read about the different homes people make. Okay, homes around the world. There are many kinds of homes. People build their homes to fit the place they live. So they're building their homes because they have to look around and think, what could I build with? What around here could I build with? So, like this. This in the orangish red is called a caption. A caption gives us more about the picture. This home is built into a rock. So, you can really kind of see they must have a way to get out from the back, or they have a ladder to climb down. So they had those kind of materials around. They had rocks. And so then they decided to make their house out of rocks, out of the rock, inside that rock. Okay, page 45. This is a good home for a wet place. There is a lot of water here. The stilts help keep this home dry. And here's the caption. This home is made of wood. Stilts are these sticks, these poles, and so the house is kind of up out of the water so that all their things hopefully won't get wet. Those are stilts. So they must have had a lot of wood here. Here they didn't have a lot of wood. So that's why this is rock, and that's why this is wood. They might not have been able to make their house out of rock here. They might not have been able to make their house out of wood here. So they have to look at what kind of materials they have. Turn the page. This is a good home for a hot place. There is a lot of clay in this place. People use it to build homes. Clay keeps the home cool inside. So having a house out of clay, inside it feels cooler. And so they must have had a lot of clay where they live in order to make this. Maybe they don't have much wood, so they have to use things that they have in around them. And here's the caption. This home is made of clay. And the last one. There is a lot of ice in this place. People can use it to build. This is an igloo. People don't live in igloos, but they are good shelter from the cold. And the caption, an igloo is made of ice. So they don't really live here, but they might build this to go and, like, if they were going hunting, then they could stay in there for a while, or maybe they are out playing in the snow, but then they can go in here for a while to warm up a little bit. It's still going to be cold. We'll talk about this last question in a minute. So they have a lot of ice. That's why they built this. They're not going to be able to build their house of clay here. And here it's too hot. They won't be able to make their house out of ice here. So they have to look at what they have in their area. What is your home like? Is it like any of these homes? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so which home do you think the pigs in The Pigs, the Wolf, and the Mud would like? Would they like this one? I don't think so. I kind of think they would like this one because clay is kind of like mud. That's what I think that they would probably like. Okay, so now you're going to need your paper. Page. This one. Page 69. You're going to need this page. Okay. Pull it up a little bit. Okay. And it was going to kind of go. Okay, I got it. So in that reading about the different homes around the world, they had captions. I didn't mean for that to be in purple. I'm going to switch it. I like it to be in black. Okay. Captions are short descriptions that tell more about a photograph or picture. So in that book, each picture had a little description next to it, and those are called captions. Each of these are called a caption. They tell more about the picture. Okay? All right. I'm going to scooch this up. Circle the caption that tells about the picture. Okay. Number one, we're looking at this picture here. John gets on the bus, or John is at school. We have to think about what is going on in the picture, not what's going to happen later. So, John gets on the bus. That would be the caption for that picture. Number two, here is a farm. Here is a pet shop. Which one is it going to be? That's pretty easy. It doesn't show a farm, does it? It shows a pet shop. Here is a pet shop. Number three, looking at this picture, the park is big, the house is big. What's going on in the picture? Pictures are really important when we're reading. Looking at the pictures helping us if we're having a hard time with one of the words. So we always have to be looking at the pictures. The park is big. Number 4, Dan has a new bike. Dan has a new pal. Bike. Dan has a new bike. And number 5, they get in a cab. They get on bikes. They get in a cab. That is the caption. So captions tell more about the pictures, and a lot of times they're in nonfiction stories, nonfiction things that we read. Okay. We're going to look at the back. Okay, so let's read what this says here. There are rows of bookshelves. The bookshelves are filled. Some cool magazines are on top of the shelves. What do you think they're talking about? So what is the topic of the writing? What are they talking about? They might be talking about a library. They might be talking about a bookstore. Okay, so what details tell you about the topic? It said that there are rows of bookshelves and that they are filled and they have cool magazines. Those are some of the details. If we were going to write a beginning sentence, because it didn't really write a beginning sentence, did it? We're going to write a beginning sentence on the bottom. And then if you wanted to, you could add more details. But together, we're just going to write a beginning sentence. There are rows of bookshelves. The bookshelves are filled. Some cool magazines are on top of the shelves. What could we have for a beginning sentence? What if we said, I am at the library. So now it would say, I am at the library. There are rows of bookshelves. The bookshelves are filled. Some cool magazines are on top of the shelves. That now makes more sense. We know where they're talking about. Okay? So, if you wanted to, then you could finish by writing these sentences after. Okay? So think about what your teacher would want you to do. Would she want you to finish this, or would she be okay with that sentence? For mine, just writing that sentence is fine. Okay. So that was all of the reading for this week. One more time, I'm going to go over those words. Ready? We're just gonna read them. Could, live, 3, then, 1. Hopefully you're remembering those words. Okay? So, if you wanted to just have that first sentence, that's fine. Or if you wanted to write the rest of them to make it a story. Okay, have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday for more reading. Bye.